I'm Dawn Herring and I'm fashion obsessed, and we are doing a live fashion styling video. This particular look I will talk to you about. We're going to build from the ground up, and we're going to talk about how you can create contrast with your color palette. And we're also using geometrics for our accessorizing, which is really fun. So we are starting off with two layers. I have a short sleeve, very nicely embellished top. It's a little on the shorter side. It's not as long as I usually wear. And it's got a really pretty leaf motif on it. And it's in one of my favorite colors. Yes, I happen to really love the citron color. This one kind of leans more toward green than yellow, which works just fine for me. And I chose to pair it up with a pair of leopard print pants, which I've never done before. I always love to mix things up. And it's interesting because today's look actually got inspired by an accessory that I'll show you later when I put it on. And I don't usually start with an accessory when I put a look together. Like, in other words, I don't usually start with a necklace or with a scarf or with a pair of shoes or anything like that. Usually I go with color or pattern first when I put a look together. So today I'm wearing this short sleeve top with the leopard print pants, and I'm also wearing an under tank because we're still starting off in the lower range, like in the 50s and into the 60s in the morning. So I feel like I should still have like an under tank for warmth. But because I chose the color black as the under tank color, it actually creates contrast, like serious contrast between the brighter color of citron with the color black. And of course, the color black is also featured heavily in the leopard print. So I thought that that was a great choice for the under tank color. I'm also wearing a pair of tan nylons and brown shoes, not brown, black shoes. So that is the base that we're starting from. And I don't usually wear shorter tops like this. I have a few in my wardrobe that I wear. Welcome to my live. Thank you for joining me. But when I saw the color and when I saw it has a really soft embellishment on it. It's actually kind of, you can actually feel it when you touch it. It has that kind of dimensional feel to it, which really drew my eye. So that's why I decided to get it, even though it's a shorter kind of top, which is not usually my choice of silhouette. But I like it anyway. Thank you so much for joining me, all. Oh, you love my hair. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Markia Brown, shout out to you. Thank you. So we're starting off with a short sleeve, lightly yes, thank you. Hi. A lightly embellished top, and it's got a really pretty leaf motif on it. So I really love that texture that it provides. I'm always into texture when it comes to putting looks together. So that works for me. Thank you so much for the thumbs up too. And we're wearing a pair of leopard print pants, and we're contrasting between the bright color of citron with the leopard print with a black under tank. So we're creating contrast that way. And we're also, thank you for the hearts. And we're also wearing a tan nylon and a black shoe. So this is the base of what we're starting with. And I am going to put a wrap on top of this, which will create more contrast because it's black. Yes. There we go. This is very lightweight, kind of sheer wrap. You can see right through it, so. Okay. So that creates some really great contrast, and of course it correlates with the black of the tank. So that works really nicely. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Hold on one second, folks. Okay. Let me see. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I think you should like more details or like the pants. Okay. So anyway, so this is the wrap that I'm wearing today, and it does create some really great contrast against the brighter color citron. And yes, I had to. They were being rude. So anyway, back to our look. I'm really enjoying this contrast and the way it comes together for sure. Okay, now we're going to add some interesting geometric based accessories. Yes, so here we go. First necklace. I've had this necklace for a very long time. It is a brown metallic. It adds a little bit of sparkle because of the way the surface of the circles goes. Yeah, there we go. I don't have any shoe decoration that I can put on, so as far as your suggestion on that. No, I don't have any like bows or clips that I can put on it. So I've got this. I think I like that. I like the way that looks. The geometric aspect of it. I love circles. Circles are one of my favorite geometric parts when it comes to jewelry. I have a lot of things that are in circle. Yep, so we got that one. And now we're going to add another one. This one has some shininess to it as well. It's got a mix of like coin embellishment, and then it's got a really nice pendant on the bottom here that's like floral. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. I think they look great together, don't they? I think so. I've never worn them together before. I like layering, and especially since this one is longer and this one is a little bit shorter, even though it's multi-chain. I just like the way that looks. That's like so cool. See, this is why I love experimenting. And working with geometric shapes, and they're both circle-based, really makes it look like they're unified, for sure. Yeah, I really like it a lot. So we're gonna work with that. And then we're gonna add some earrings. And I chose an earring that I've had for a long time. I don't wear them as much as I used to because I have other earrings that are also circle-based. And these earrings have a multiple color, meaning there's gold, brown, and like a darker, almost like a black, but it's all circle. So we're working with the same geometric parts, which is great. There we go. Yeah, so we've got the circle thing going. That's for sure. And I happen to really like the way that looks, for sure. And this creates contrast a little bit too, because it's kind of like a mix of dark and light because of the way the light reflects against it. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff that's circle. There you go. I do. If you looked at my jewelry collection, you would see a lot of circle. That's for sure. Yeah, this really works well. I like it. Okay, so we're going to add some bracelets now. Okay, we're going to start with a leopard print since that's what we have with the bottom. The bottom design is leopard print, so I decided to go with that. Yeah, this one's got some nice sparkle to it as well, which is nice. And then we have a little bit of a, this is a mix of white and tan. And it's got a nice sparkle to it as well. And then we have one that's got some marbling effect to it. I really like the color mix and the patterns that are on that one. And then we have a two-tone wooden bracelet that I chose. Yes. So that kind of hooks it up a little bit on the wrist for sure. Really having a lot of fun with this look. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. So that's what we've got going on. We've got circles. We've got contrast with color with the bright citron and the black undertank with the black wrap. And then we have the fun leopard print pant for sure. That's really fun. Okay, now we're going to add a sparkly scarf. Of course, I'm a maximalist when it comes to the way I dress. That's for sure. Yeah, doesn't that add some bling to it a little bit? I think so. And I think it works really well with the jewelry too. Now I could pull it up a little bit like this so that the jewelry is not covered up. Yes, we can do it that way as well. I really love the contrast this creates. Oh my gosh, against the black wrap and the black tank. And it also brings out the negative space color that's in the leopard print as well. Now, interestingly enough, I don't usually start with an accessory. I said that earlier in the recording. I don't usually do that, but for some reason, I recently reorganized my scarves and I did record it, so I will be posting that at some point on my YouTube channel. Just keep an eye out for that. And this particular scarf was kind of hidden away. I couldn't really see it all that well in the way it was organized before. And so I now have this in a more prominent position in my scarf collection. And so I decided to wear it today. And that is kind of what inspired the look that I put together. And this was not the first look that I put together. I had one other look that I tried to do, and it just wasn't jiving. Sometimes that can happen, where you pull out some pieces and you just don't have the right color scheme going on, and it just, a lot of conflict, and it just doesn't feel right. Happens to everybody, right? Nothing unusual there. Yes. Yeah, it does look, it's a combination of gold and silver. That's what I love about this. And it's just the right hue. It's not too bright, it's not gaudy, it's just nice and shimmery. And it works so well either way. Oh, well, thank you so much. Yes, I love earth tones. Earth tones are like big for me in my wardrobe. Thank you so much for that sweet comment. I appreciate that, JM. So anyway, so yeah, I don't usually start with an accessory, and this one I now have in a more prominent place in my scarf collection, and so I kept eyeing it up. I just kind of kept looking at it. I'm like, I really want to wear that scarf today. So what are we going to do with that? And so I guess that kind of triggered the whole thing, and this is what I decided to go with. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are sweet. I really appreciate all your kind comments. So this is our look for today. Absolutely, using geometrics in our accessorizing to really just bring a very interesting textural element to the whole look. And then of course the scarf just adds even more shimmer. So it really kind of, let's see, what's the word I would like to use? It really lifts the look up. Instead of it being like super casual, it actually really dresses the whole look up. And I really love the way it looks all put together. So it works for me. I'm glad you guys like it too. So thank you so much for joining me today on this live. I've had a blast. And if you would like to see more of my fashion styling videos, you can check out Fashion Styling with Dawn playlist on my YouTube channel. And if you're not already subscribed, you're welcome to subscribe to the channel as well for more updates. And I also have a Fun with Fashion page on my website at dawnherring.net if you want to check that out as well. And I also have a new blog called A Time to Play. And since I love playing with all of my wardrobe accessories and clothing and such, I have decided to feature the looks that I wear each week, usually 6. And what I do is I feature each of the looks on my website, on my blog at A Time to Play. And I choose a winning look and a runner-up based on the visual aspect of the way the look actually looks visually, as well as the comfort aspect of it, if it was cozy, if it was relaxing, if I felt confident, etc. And I give some tips on how I put those looks together. So if you're interested, I will post, actually I already have a link posted from this week's lookbook. If you go to the posts on my channel, you'll find the link for it there, and you can check that out if you would like to. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. I had a really great time. Thank you for all of your sweet comments and for helping me put this look together. Absolutely, I've had a lot of fun. So you guys have a delightful day, a fabulous weekend. And remember, always, always remember to have fun with your fashion.